23 years old wannabe emo with daddy issues. This makeup is probably the most significant thing I've completed in my life. Help me wash it off with tears. What happened to your shoulder? Did you hit it too hard with your chin? It's a scar from rotator cuff surgery, which she needed after the strain of patting herself on her back with her edgy life choices. You look like one of those people who doesn't think they're attractive, so they latch onto someone they think is cooler than they are and adopt that persona. Right now it's emo, but I feel like there was a country phase and possibly a hip-hop phase. It's gonna be sad when she inevitably shifts to the Billie Eilish phase, and she adopts the persona of a 17-year-old girl, and it ends up being a vast improvement. I'd have issues with my daughter too, if she looked like she was created by Tim Burton. Can you buy Plan B with food stamps? Her mom couldn't. You look like the kind of person who needs daily attention from strangers online, be it in Roastme or Am I Pretty? Good job recycling that old 70s couch into an outfit. I don't know if you're pretty enough to be emo. I see breakfast buffet stripper. You're definitely not working the evening crowd. I know they test makeup on apes, but I did not know they let the apes out in public after. Another person stuck in 2002 posting on MySpace about how depressed you are. Your hair isn't covering enough of your face for my liking. As an aside, you look like PJ Harvey that's halfway through gender reassignment. My friends call me Big Country. I'm 6'7", can finish a bottle of wine in 30 seconds, and off-road my daily driver BMW that has a light bar on it. You look the way a turtle aquarium would smell. As someone who owns turtle aquariums, I'd say he looks like he smells worse. Chugs wine and goes mudding in a BMW, you're the gayest redneck I've ever seen. Larry the Kegel guy. I can hear how unnecessarily loud you are through the pictures. Bio plus photos, this is a Tinder profile too. You mean Grindr? Your photo looks like the I didn't realize I was gay until after I married a woman and had kids starter pack. He came out of the closet. You're that friend that your friends' wives get super pissed about when they find out you're coming to the party. My gosh, that thing is filthy and clearly not something that anyone would want to ride. And the car is a mess too. No, you gave yourself that nickname. Don't try to tell us otherwise. If you and your sister, your mom, and your cousin didn't vote for Trump, he would have had 2 less votes. Can finish a bottle of wine in 30 seconds and a one-night stand in the same time. That's really impressive. Feeling real happy about sobriety. Help me check my ego. Congratulations on getting sober. Too bad whoever did your eyebrows was high as F. My dad gave me the genes for addiction in these eyebrows. Time to call the therapist. Congratulations on 2 hours of sobriety. One look at you and now I wanna start drinking. Why do you think I've been avoiding mirror so long? Gonna have to contact AA headquarters to add that to the 12 steps. How is no one commenting about how freaking narrow her head is? She looks like it was smashed in some kind of ice. Like a gently squeezed grape. What even? This legitimately looks like it was run through a funhouse mirror filter. If your ego is as big as your forehead, there is no way we can check it. You look like a bad version of Halsey. More palsy than Halsey. If you look like this while sober, I hate to see how you look when not. The eyes cross into the next dimension, brother. I'm meeting my girlfriend's parents for the first time today. How do I look? How many goats did your father trade for her? You look like you'll get arrested if you ever set your backpack on the ground. Don't you think she's a bit young for you, Rasputin? Seeing a few red flags. Rage against basic hygiene. You look like a twinkle toed communist D-sucker. Like a crappy hipster edgelord, I'm sure they'll be impressed. Don't worry, you'll blow them away. Like you were fixing to have a restraining order filed against you. Like you won't be meeting them for a second time. You have a Soviet flag, of all flags you could think to put on your wall. I don't even need to roast you, it's bad enough. 22 years virgin. Contemplating getting STD testing. Just failed 2 math exams. Can tell that my parents has no expectations from me anymore. Also listen to Pink Guy unironically. Roast me. Nice to see you meal prepping though. Your cat pulls off bangs better than you. Unfortunately, the only thing in this photo that is going to get roasted is the cat. Hey, at least when your STD tests come back positive you can tell your parents about passing with those flying colors. You don't need an STD test just because you let your cat lick you. Virgin, yet you think you need STD testing. Prepare to fail your biology exam next. Failed 2 math exams? You're the worst Asian alive. Worst Asian alive. Hey, at least she won't have that title for too long. I'll bet the workers at the free clinic would appreciate a good laugh when you go for STD testing. It's like community service to boost their spirits. 22 years and already an old cat lady. I'm still pissed at you for breaking up the Beatles. You look like you tell your cat each time a boy smiles at you, "Do your worst" to a guy from the UK. If you were a girl, your greatest accomplishment in life was hanging up your frames, and you couldn't even do that right. You look like the Undertaker without height, muscles, or talent. How did you get in the UK? You should be under a bridge in Norway, demanding a toll from passerby travelers. Now that your forehead has Brexited, Mont Blanc is once again the highest point in the EU. Your forehead is built like Megamind. If you turn the picture upside down, your head looks like a toe with a beard. Your mother has a frame with your name in it, because she is ashamed to show her guests your face. Jesus Christ, you were the strongest sperm. If all else fails, Frankie, you can always count as being the star in the live-action Dumbo movie. Worse than life, that has given you a Texas life-sized map for a forehead? Jobless, druggies who don't have any daddy issues unfortunately, but let's see what you can come up with. You two look like not my proudest fap. How do I swipe left twice? What the meth is going on here? 200 roses for 1 hour with GE and BB, correct. When can we connect? What? It means, 200 roses equals $200 but donation preferred. GE girlfriend experience. And BB bareback. I believe your correct response is when, as opposed to what? When Tumblr forgets to flush. Your finger tats say daddy loved you a little too much. Giant schnoz versus Stonehenge teeth. Fight. 31. Feeling awesome today. You look like you breastfeed orphan pigs. Most annoying Fred Armisen character ever. I think your tattoo is asking you what gender you are. Andre the Giant has a son-daughter? Had no idea. The tattoo looks like it's disgusted to have to look at you constantly. How did you get a camera in your cell, Jared? I'm as confused as you are. Did you tell the tattooist to fool you once? You look like if default characters had default characters. You look like the grandma that got run over by a reindeer. New shirt, same generic white guy, give me what you got. You look like the guy who just stands by the photocopy machine in a P movie. You're a walking prop. Quirky shirts can't replace your dull personality. I see that shirt and all I see is a cry for help. Generic white men are usually somewhat attractive. As we can see, there are exceptions. No one said anything about your shirt, so you had to come here. We don't care either. Too generic for me to even point out something to roast you about. Do you got corona for all those limes? Your hair is like 30 years younger than you. You look like the trumpet player in a Real Big Fish cover band. You look like an inner-city school teacher that is trying to impress his students. They will never like you, neither will anyone else. Starting an engineering channel on YouTube to show off how my inventions help me live with a disability. Need name ideas for the channel. Also, roast me. We get it, you vape. This summer Dr. Xavier and Christopher Reeves unrolls a new series. Pimp My Wheelchair. Handyman Hardware. I'd roast you, but I don't think you can stand it. Oh right, like that space heater is gonna make your legs feel warmer. It's the only thing that'll blow him. Oh ooh, I hope he gives the best roast a standing ovation. Channel name this ability. Should call the channel Virgin Mobile. Someone's been skipping leg day. Wheelie Wonka. Roast me. 10 months ago you posted you were 15? Is this some Chris Hansen bait? Why don't you come in and take a seat? You were here to roast a 15-year-old? We have the chats. You look like you slept with Satan and he never called you back. It's like your boobs are some sort of consolation prize for having such an awful face. The effing size on those fingers. You could flip someone off on a different continent. You look like you're about to OD on coke and have John Travolta stab a giant needle in your heart. Let me guess, you're the funny one in your group because you can quote Friends. You look like even your dildos find you too high maintenance. Why you look like you're gonna puke to death in Breaking Bad episode. Roast me and my messy flat. You look like you need to remove the makeup every night with a pressure washer. Even a pressure washer wouldn't spray its load on that face. Isn't Messy Flat also your nickname? No, it's her stage name. You look like if an UGG boot was a person. Roast what? All 6 of the pixels you didn't blur to oblivion. I hate when cam girls have messy rooms. But is she attractive enough to be one? You look like the type of girl that would blow a guy for bus fare and then walk home. Half of Tinder probably already knows of your messy flat. Don't worry about it. So you just smash your face into your makeup to get ready? There is so much on there it looks like your face has a wide body kit added on. Here's the rest of your missing eyebrow portrait. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and leave your comments.